So today we decided to come out to Cold Harbor's National Cemetery and check it out. And one of the primary reasons why I'm coming out here is to talk a little bit about a Medal of Honor recipient that's buried here. Not only was he a Medal of Honor recipient, but he was also caretaker here at this national cemetery shortly after the American Civil War. It's a very interesting story about an immigrant that comes over here and makes a difference. So, hope you enjoy this video. Another one of the top places to visit out here at Cold Harbor is the cemetery that's out here. There are various Civil War soldiers that are buried out here. One in particular, Augustus Barry, was a Medal of Honor recipient, and he was also a caretaker of this cemetery. I'm just now passing the row where Medal of Honor recipient Augustus Barry was buried. Now, Augustus Barry was an immigrant. He was born in Ireland in 1840, and he came over to the United States. Before too long, he found himself in the middle of a civil war just like many of the other men at that time. Augustus Barry fought in the Western Theater. Now, we don't know much about the actions that he took to earn that Medal of Honor. But according to his citation, it was for various actions in Tennessee and Georgia, meaning basically the entire Western Theater was his citation. But Augustus Barry, coming from New York, ends up down here in Virginia and Mechanicsville. And as was customary at that time, these national cemeteries started popping up, and they started putting veterans in charge of taking care of these cemeteries as caretakers. So Augustus Barry, Sergeant Major Augustus Barry, ends up becoming the caretaker here at Cold Harbor. And on Thursday, August 6th, 1871, they found him dead here, basically in the guardhouse located on the grounds. Now, Augustus Barry had just received his Medal of Honor roughly about 1 year prior to that. If you're ever in the Cold Harbor area and you'd like to come out and visit that Medal of Honor recipient, he's buried in Section A, grave number 309. And you can see it right here in front of me, that one right there. It's directly 3 rows behind the actual guardhouse itself. And he's in a row with the rest of his brothers. Another interesting thing here at the Cold Harbor National Cemetery is the sarcophagus that's put in place honoring the 889 Union soldiers that were gathered from the battlefields of Mechanicsville, Savage Station, Gaines Mill, and the vicinity of Cold Harbor. This is just one of a handful of things here at this small cemetery that you can come out here and see while you're visiting and exploring the battlefield of Cold Harbor. And one of the notable deaths that happened out here was a Sergeant Major Wyckoff, Voorhees Wyckoff. When the battle opened up out here, Wyckoff was somewhere on the Garthright family farm, and he was shot through the head, mortally wounded. Laying dead on the yard there, they eventually had to bury him out here on the field. And when they came back and find bodies, they found his, and he ended up being placed across the street there in that national cemetery where we were just at. So Voorhees Wyckoff is also another soldier that fought here at Cold Harbor that you can visit at the Cold Harbor National Cemetery. Now, starting from this position, a group called the Bloody Eighth, 8th New York, took off from here and went to attack Lee in his positions directly in front of me. The Bloody 8th was an artillery unit, and they joined Grant's men midway through the Overland Campaign. This was the first real assault that they had been in. Here at this location, they suffered the most casualties of all the units in this assault. 505 men fell as a result of this assault, forever to be known as the Bloody 8th, the 8th New York. And in that national cemetery, there's a monument dedicated to them. It's been fun taking you out here to Cold Harbor, to my top 4 places to visit when I come out here to this battlefield. When you come out here to visit, you can check out the National Park website and make sure to get yourself a brochure when you get to the visitor center, and it'll help you navigate yourself. Also, I highly encourage you when you're going around these fields to go to the Civil War Trails website. They have a virtual map that you can go to track down these positions and go site by site and actually kind of see the history unfold in front of you on the roads. As well, when you visit a battlefield, it's always helpful to go to the American Battlefield Trust website and read about the history there. They have a breakdown, a detailed analysis of each battle, and it's always a place that I go to. And maybe drop yourself a donation in the bucket for them to help them keep these places alive. Until next time, it's History with Waffles.